Hey guys, welcome to this week's lesson segment on Weekly Outdoor Plus. Jase, Hintz here with you again as always, and this week we're going to go over hunting in the cold, which kind of works today because it's very cold out. The different things that are going to be changing, first of all, is going to be the clothing you're going to decide to wear. Things that are definitely going to affect your shot would be gloves, jacket, and a face mask. The gloves, first of all, are going to be because of your grip. And your grip, you got to practice with gloves on to get used to it. I prefer using either really thin gloves or not gloves at all. What I actually do is I just bring a muff with me and I keep my hands in my muff, and then when the time comes, your hands are going to freeze for a minute or two. But that is what it is, and we'll talk about how you can also help that out. The next thing is your jacket. The bigger, bulkier jackets are what comes out now, and that's not good because your string's going to be hitting it. Imagine your string in slow motion hitting it. It's going to curl your string actually and turn it like when you shoot with fingers and you roll it off your fingers. And what it's going to be doing is throwing your left and rights way off as soon as it hits your sleeve. It'll also slow your string down, which will also make you drop out of your shot. So one thing you can do to fix that is either one, put duct tape around it, or a really nice feature is just getting an arm guard. You can get different adjustable ones that you just simply either Velcro over or slide over your coat, and it'll make it a lot tighter. So when it does come in contact, it'll be a hard surface instead of a fluffy surface that is going to affect your string a lot more. The next thing will be a face mask. A lot of people wear face masks now. A lot of them nowadays are real nice and tight, but still some of them are a little more bulky, and even the tight ones are going to give you a little different hand anchor point on your face. Whether you're using a thumb trigger or an anchor point on your face, no matter what it is, practice with it on to make sure, one, you're getting the same anchor point, because you can't feel it as good as you normally do. Second thing is you're going to be a little farther away from your face. Make sure you're still looking through the center of your peep, lining it up with the housing on your scope, making sure everything's in line. Make sure you still got your nose on the string, because then you'll keep it all in the same line, and you should still shoot very similar or the exact same. The other thing that you got to think about a lot when you're hunting in the cold like this is going to be how you're going to get prepared for your shot ahead of time. It's way more crucial now due to, one, the temperature and the noise that you're going to be making. Most of the time, all the stuff that people put on when it's cold out ends up being a little louder, whether it's your camel, your tree stand's going to be getting cold, it's going to be clinking a little bit easier. If you have any snow on it, it's going to be a lot louder. So make sure that you're prepared ahead of time. One, get a bow hook, get your bow hung up so you're not sitting there holding it all day because you're going to get cold. Get a good bow hook right where you can grab it easily. If you just use a muff like I kind of would recommend, or even if you are wearing gloves, one thing you can do is you're going to be able to see a lot farther with no leaves like this. Try not to grab your bow as soon as you see a deer, Be patient. As soon as you see it, start coming in slowly. Most of the time now they're just feeding. Wait for it to start coming in closer. As soon as you know where you're going to get your shot, don't grab your bow until you have to. Once you grab your bow, it's going to walk behind this tree, then you can pull back and make your shot. Don't be grabbing it right away and standing here. Now I'm freezing cold, my hands are froze. I'm holding on to a steel bow that's a lot colder, obviously. So unless you got a carbon bow, which will stay a little warmer, but it's still going to be cold. So plan ahead on where you have your bow positioned and when you can grab your bow. Think while you're sitting there, okay, if a deer comes this way, I can grab it now. I can have a good time to pull back and get my shot. Same with this way, vice versa, whatever works. The next thing would be your seat. That's another thing. Your stand's gonna be ice cold, especially lock-ons. They're gonna get a little more creaky now that it's cold and everything. Make sure that if you know the deer, you're gonna be able to tell where they're patterned. You're gonna be able to see in the snow where their footprints are and everything. They're most of the time going here. Have your butt set where you need it. Have your feet set in the right direction, and always leave them shoulder width apart. I know you get cold. Don't be putting them all close together and everything, because then when the deer comes, you're gonna wanna widen your feet out to have your steady base like we always talk about. So make sure you're prepared with your base and having your butt positioned correctly on your seat so that you'll be able to pull back right where you need to shoot and you're not doing awkward different body positions and again affecting your shot. The last thing is basically going to be the wind. You're going to know where it is. 90% of the time people in the summer like to hunt with it right in your face, because then you get your shot in front of you. They're definitely upwind of you. They're not going to smell you. The big thing I would recommend is trying, if you know they're going to be coming down this trail, try to have your stand positioned so that when they're coming downwind of you, you don't have the wind right in your face all day and you start getting colder, more fatigued. You're going to rush your shots because you're going to be cold. Make sure that you can try to get it coming from one of your sides. You obviously don't want it at your back still because you're going to have your wind blowing right at them. So if you can still have a trail coming from whatever side you think the deer are going to come from, you're going to be facing so the wind's in your side like it is right now, and then I'll be a lot warmer on my face, especially my hands if they're out in the cold. I can block it with my body. It's going to help out a lot in the long run. Good luck. Hopefully you had a successful season, or you got a couple more days here possibly. No matter where you're hunting, good luck. And if you guys got any questions, again, feel free to send us messages on Facebook, or if you have any questions on this, rewatching on YouTube, hopefully can help you out. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next week.